And a 3. The views and opinions expressed in this program are strictly those of the host and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of associated brands or figures.
Speaking of figures, how can one pig cause so much trouble? A blustery pig with an unfortunate comb-over has found his way into the White House. Watch the calamity that unfolds when this rotund anti-hero brings his inexperience, questionable values, lack of integrity, and a whole lot of mud into the Oval Office. Laugh along as the narrator struggles to keep up with the pig's inexhaustible cravings for fast food and media attention. As the porky president's lies and corruption snowball into a national crisis, you'll be left wondering, who let this guy in the first place? A satirical take on the popular children's book series, If You Give a Pig the White House, will make a disturbingly funny addition to your family's library. I hope y'all liked the Christmas episode. Happy New Year, all! Today we have If You Give a Pig the White House by Faye Canoose, illustrated also by Amy Zing. Got a little parody reading for you today. Gonna be talking about a few current events this week from earlier in this week. Oh, buddy, how did we get here indeed?
What's so funny?
Earlier, I was thinking to myself, like they showed up to the Capitol like, all right, we're here to take advantage of our white privilege. And then the folks up there said, you silly folks, white privilege is for privileged whites.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they literally got to walk through the place, steal a bunch of items, vandalize everything, smear actual shit through the halls. Yeah.
So in other words, white privilege is actually just oversight.
I mean, that cop looked pretty afraid for his life. I'm surprised he didn't start raining bullets down that hallway. He ran so fast he dropped his baton, bro. He had to go back and pick it up. All I'm saying is, we don't have to yell it from the rooftops anymore, but I will one more time. Because for once, the entire world is saying it with us. If they were black. If they were brown. Hey there, crewman. It's your captain speaking. I figured I'd take y'all on a lovely little cruise this first week of the new year. Because I refuse to concede that 2021.
Run that back. That was slick. I don't think they got it.
I hate you.
I say again, crewman, I refuse to concede that 2021.
Bars.
If I keep this shit up, they're gonna put me behind 'em, mate. But crewman, for you, I'll keep on going for you and you and you.
But not for you. Just kidding. We like you too.
You? Yeah, I...
But Captain, what about me?
Even you, comment section. Even you. Dirty dealings in the halls of the people this past week, crewman.
Yep.
The shit-stained halls of justice, desecrated by the saddened sons of the South, and Midwest, and Texas. More from the South. But not to roll in it for too long, crewman. Marooned presents If You Give a Pig the White House. If you give a pig the White House, he'll ask to watch TV. When you let him watch TV, he'll want to tweet. Tweeting will make him hungry, so he'll order his favorite meal. When you serve him the well-done burgers, you'll have to make sure he gets more than everyone else. Getting more than everyone else will remind him of his policy positions, so he'll ask you for a briefing. When the briefing isn't brief enough, his mind will probably start to wander. When his mind wanders, he will probably oversimplify complex problems and make unconstitutional decisions, like Muslim bans. So you'll have to hire people with no integrity to help him keep public support for his agenda. When he speaks to the public, he'll probably stumble over big words, get mad and lash out, saying silly things like, "They're rapists and murderers. She's a dog. Fake news. I'm winning at the polls. It was stolen from us. You're all very special. I love you. I hope Mike comes through for us. I just need you to find 11,780 votes. That's all. That's all I need. I just need you to find 11,780 votes. Don't you want a good election? Don't you want a clean, good outcome?" So, you'll tell him to apologize. He won't like you telling him what to do, so he'll ramp up the insults and add in some lies. "They're all shithole countries. Mexico will pay for the wall. We've got the cleanest air. Remember, folks, you could just directly inject bleach into your veins and that will clear the virus. Why would you ever wear a mask? What would you need to wear masks for? Yeah, I got the Rona, folks. It wasn't that bad. I was over it in literally 3 days." When journalists ask about his lies, the pig will want to silence them by trampling on the First Amendment. When his attempt at censorship threatens American democracy, you'll try to distract him. You'll show him a solar eclipse and he'll stare straight at it. Then you'll take him to the doctor. This will remind him to destroy healthcare. Because as we all know, he is the healthiest president we've ever had in the history of healthy presidents and is in no way similar in proportions to William Taft.
Widen the tub.
When that doesn't work, the pig will give diplomacy a try. He'll become an international laughingstock and buddy up to dictators. When the dictators flatter him, he'll want to do whatever they say. I do hope he had fun shirtless horseback riding with Putin. Do you think him and Kim Jong-un went and tried some Korean delicacy? You know, just happy little piglet. So you'll have to bring him back to Washington. It will be cold when you land, so he'll declare that global warming is a hoax. You'll bring him the scientific data to prove it. He'll halt decades of progress anyway. Because fuck that Paris Accord, am I right?
Oh, that motherfucker did say because it was cold on a particular day that there was no such thing as global warming. Like, I'm like, do you understand what it means for there to be global warming? He said it. Like, if he wasn't in an important office, like he was. Trump was hilarious before he was in a position that actually mattered.
Trump steaks. If more people said it out loud, he wouldn't have been elected, I believe. If more people said Trump steaks out loud and knew about the 2-month financial fiasco that was Trump steaks, the moderately mediocre steaks that you could only get at Sharper Image or QVC. Gourmet Magazine opined, these steaks are wholly mediocre. We wanted to make sure we got the quote for you directly.
Most mediocre.
Most mediocre.
Wholly mediocre.
The most mediocre of mediocrity. Oh.
$9 to $16 a pound for wholly mediocre meat.
It's what every amazing black woman wants. The confidence of a mediocre white man.
He looks a little overseasoned to me. Way too much fat. Way too much marbling for him to be a good cut of pork chop. You know what I mean? Best to just get him out before he continues to spoil the rest of the meat in there. Actually, you know, when you have spoiled meat sitting in the fridge for too long, it messes everything else up, right? So we should just throw them all out.
Throw the whole fridge away.
You know what? Sell the whole farm. Let's get some new talking heads in there. When climate change causes another severe weather event, you'll want him to look like he cares. He'll soon get tired of pretending and want to blow off steam. That's when you'll probably hear some locker room talk.
Uh-oh.
Grabbing him by the pussy. She's a horse face. Yeah, Kung Flu. I call it a Chinese virus because it came from China. I'm sorry, I almost felt bad for giggling about the Kung Flu one because that just rolls off the tongue so much. And I almost feel like that's what motivates a lot of his followers. They just love chanting things. But, you know, we'll get into why roleplay isn't good for small-minded people in a moment. You'll remind him that he has work to do draining the swamp. Mentioning the swamp will remind him that pigs love mud. He'll want you to make him a swamp all of his own. With shady, two-faced, spineless cowards that will ride his spirally piggy dick all the way up, you know, until their lives are in danger. And more wholly mediocre slabs of right-winged meat are sauntering their unseasoned haunches down the halls of liberty, smearing shit on their cloven little piggy hooves. Yep, they just were all over it. They were so willing to roll around in that mud and get dirty. Until they were the ones that those angry, flag-waving bigots were chasing down. Funny that.
Somehow they always figured it would be us. Oh no, we knew.
The return of Trump steaks?
We're gonna make a wall of steaks, and Mexico's gonna pay for it.
You know, I was gonna make a, hey, stupid-ass pro-Trumpers thing, but no, for real. Take the Wall Street Bowl. The little girl's already standing in front of it. You put the little girl in a poncho, and then you put Humpty Trumpty Dumpty on top of the bull, thereby symbolizing that all that bluster, all that mockery, all that stampeding around that he was trying to do, and it didn't change a goddamn thing. That little chica is still here, and she ain't going nowhere. So I say, fuck it. Put a little poncho on her. Put a big, fat, egg-shaped buffoon on top of the bull to further symbolize that, guess what? We said shit is gonna change. I think it would be fun. Anyway. He'll declare a national emergency just to get it. When he's satisfied with the swamp, he'll ask for something even bigger. He'll declare a national emergency just to get it. You know, like a government shutdown because he's not getting his way. After all this effort, he'll probably be tired, so you'll have to pack his bags for a golf trip. When it starts to rain, he'll want to tweet and watch TV, and chances are, if he's tweeting and watching TV, he'll want the White House to do it in.
You know what would be a great place to write random tweets about things I see on TV? The Oval Office, because nobody's doing anything in there anyway. You know, if he was a smart president, his wall would have just been a metaphor for really, really good border policies, and it would have saved everybody a lot of money and probably got more shit done.
Well, you'd have to not fill the fucking cages on the border with children that you're trying to adopt out to.
Yeah, don't do anything physical. Just instead of you promising these people you're gonna build a physical wall and somebody else is gonna pay for the shit, you could say, all right, here's my Trump wall concept that keeps this from happening. It's gonna be policy based, using our system the way that it should be used. And then instead of people thinking you're an asshat for the rest of history, then it would have been a noble concept, but
Wouldn't have
sharper image.
wouldn't
Trump
have,
stays.
wouldn't have women and children in cages, with the women getting forced hysterectomies.
I guess at the end of the day, the stakes were just too high, and he couldn't trump the government. Come on, CJ. These puns make me happier than a pig in mud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you don't get a president like that often. It's rare, maybe even medium rare.
But on to the other white meat. I don't know how to feel about what happened the other day, man. Like, on one hand, people died.
Tragic.
Very tragic that people lost their lives. Even more tragic that they lost their lives because they believe literal lies. Because of a man whose ego is so big that he simply can't understand that, yes, man, a lot of people voted for you, but more people voted for the other guy. The end. That's all. That's all, dude. That's all there is to it. Just because you're sitting in a room full of people going, I voted for him, did you vote for him?
Yeah, I voted for him. I voted for him too. There's no way that he couldn't have won. We all voted for him. Land sakes! You mean to tell me that you all voted for him as well? It's rigged!
Come on, guys, it's not that hard to get. I know everyone's saying, yeah, we should reach across the aisles right now, but dude, we've been doing that. And now the hypocrisy has hit an all-time high. They did everything that they criticized BLM activists for doing. And then had the audacity to get upset when they were asked to leave. They're getting arrested in droves, man, because they were so stupid and so arrogant about it. So brazen that their faces were on full display while they did it. Now, here's the thing. Can you blame them? God Emperor Trump told them to do it.
That's right.
And they are so infatuated with him. They're not Republicans, dude. They're Trumpers. They're a whole nother party. It's not about America for them. It's about being happy pigs in shit. Chi,
Yes.
anything to say to the folks? How do you feel about this situation?
Well, that escalated steadily for 4 years. You say every time you have an argument about this ill-equipped, to say the least, leader, quote, end quote, one day he's going to incite a riot. You've been saying it every time you had a conversation about this man.
Every time I talk to someone about him, yeah. Every time
No
I'm like,
shit, called it.
his rhetoric is going to incite a riot. He radicalizes people and emboldens them. You gotta understand that. And every time I say it, they're like, no, what are you talking about? No, man, you're talking about those crazy lefties. And I'm like, no, dude. Seriously. Have you seen his rallies, man? Confederate flags waving in the crowd.
I totally saw the Tiki Torch rally. Yeah, absolutely.
Proud Boys left and right. Dudes in full tactical gear and shit, dude. Here's the thing. They're LARPing, dude. They're role-playing so hard that they're rubbing onions in their eyes and pretending that they got maced. Did anyone else get maced? I don't think they had a single other person on camera that was like, I got maced. And you know why I'm saying onions. Look in her hand.
Look in the towel.
Look in that blue towel that she's wiping her face with. That ain't no fucking apple.
If it was, why would it be?
And why would you be rubbing your eye with an apple? There's no treatment balm that you rub on your eyeballs for when you get maced. And if you got pushed down and maced, you... Wait, what? No. Yeah, no. They want to be victims, dude.
Fake news.
They are role-playing. Oh, the irony, right? They're role-playing as victims. Because they want to be able to say that they were the ones struggling against tyrants when the evil government that are all a bunch of baby blood harvesting lizard people were overthrown by them and their god Emperor Trump. You see, they want to be in the pictures and stuff in the history books. That's all this is to them, dude. They don't actually believe in anything. This is just more fun to believe in. And you gotta understand how scary that is. How detached from reality these guys are, dude. They live in a completely different realm of reality. Like when you try to talk to them, why are you getting so defensive, bro? I'm not, dude. I'm just answering your question. Every time. Any retort you have, you're getting upset. Any answer you have is fake news. You're brainwashed. Oh, the irony that woke was stolen.
Oh.
Take
I
a nap.
forgot she said that.
Take a nap. Just take a nap.
Y'all can have this shit. Y'all can have it along with bling bling and all that other shit.
All that other shit that y'all came up with anyway. Thanks to that stupid ass background deal. Them rappers never stopped selling y'all souls ever since that meeting, and them Trump endorsements proved it.
All I can say is I saw all this shit coming in 2013 when they lit Zimmerman off the hook, and I went out there and I said it. I stood before the people of Macon and I got arrested for saying it. But whoop, there it is. I thought you knew.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to catch your alley-oop. Yeah. I was a couple of years too late, my friend.
That'd have been a fun night, but ships in the night, thanks to the lighthouse operator being a little drunk at the wheel.
Nah, not drunk at the wheel.
I was trying to put it politely.
She was willing to do whatever it took to make sure that that light was pointed in the opposite direction when one of us was trying to make it into port. Just did whatever she could. But that is a tale for another time. Crewman, I do hope you enjoyed this new little format of ours. And we'll be right back with you. Got a new schedule we're going to implement. I do apologize. Your captain's a bit of a perfectionist, and I want to hone my craft the best I can for you. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe. The more of you that subscribe, the more folks that give your input, the better we can make this and the more people we can reach out to and hopefully stop another pig from stinking up the White House. Captain loves you. Now, get the fuck off my Chiharu.
Ship.
Nice.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.